All right, so now in the sewing, you don't have much thing to do. The where you have much work is drafting and then the collar fixing. So, like I was saying, all you need to do here is to, place the back panel down. So, if you have a label, this is the time you fix your label on the outfit. So, I will fix my label here and then show you how to go about it. So, the label will be fixed at the center panel of this outfit, right? At the center panel of the outfit. So you just have to stitch down this, sew it down, then stitch the other one down, the other edge down as well. Cut the threads, cut the threads. So you also stitch the other edge down in this form. So sew it down. So after which, cut the threads as well. So this is my label, right? My brand name. This is my label. So then, after which, keep it down this way, and then bring one of the front panels, bring it, place it the corresponding part here, bring the back facing, place it here as well, this way. So in most cases, people do ask me, do I top stitch the shoulder? Now the answer is no. I don't top stitch the shoulder. So how then do I go about it? I use hemming gum in joining. So while joining, I will bring hemming gum on board, cut a strand. So learn this from me as well. Cut a strand, place it on the shoulder point. So in sewing vintages, I do this often, and even my normal regular senator sewing. Now the reason for this is to eliminate threads being visible, right? Because in most cases, the lesser the threads, the more finished your outfit will be. So I will, go all through this process. Cut the threads always, cut the threads, and then do the same thing on the other panel as well. So this is just a way to achieve a neater finishing. Everything must not be sewn from the outside. You can sew them from the inside if you know how to place all of these things properly. So like I said, the back facing is optional. If you don't want to put back facing, there is still no problem. You can still go ahead and do a normal sewing and weave the shoulder region. But I want to achieve a neat finishing, that's why I'm putting back facing. So here you also join the shoulder region as well with your hemming gun. So after this, I will go to my table and iron, but because of time, I will just lock it up at the back. So you just lock up the back facing, right? Just lock it up. The back facing must be locked up. So you just, go through the processes. You see how the shape is coming out. These tops are not that difficult. It all depends on your mindset and how you want to learn the work very fast. So thread it from here all through. So thread from here all through. Then you're done with this now. So I will go ahead to show you guys how to install the collar for the cam collar, and then shoulder, sleeve cutting and everything will follow suit as well. All right, so now I have done the joining. So I'm just trying to trim off some excess here, so which could still be done when doing shoulder trim, right? So, but then you have to iron. Always iron from the back, and don't use a very hot iron because of the nature of the fabric. This fabric has the tendency of shrinking, right? So you don't use too much hot iron. You use a moderate hot iron, not too much head up. So you iron out this area. So once you have done this, so this is what you'll be having. This is what you'll be having. This is how it will be. Now, after you have done this, look at our shirt is coming out already. It's coming out nicely already. Remember, we are making a cam collar, right? So it's coming out nicely already. So you carefully arrange all of this, to make sure that it's lapping as it should. It must lap as it should across each other. Then after the whole arrangement, the next thing you will have to do here is to make sure that the shoulder region is properly taken care of as well. So you also iron from here as well. Like I said, you don't use much hot heated iron. Reduce the temperature and the hotness. And this is what you have. Remember that this stuff will come in this form, right? It comes in this form. It comes in this form. Comes in this form. So here will be taken care of. So you now decide on the points where you want it to reach. But it's usually 4 or 5 inches, depending. So 4 or 5 inches. So I think it's okay here. So you can iron. We can iron this way. You see how simple this is, right? So now, after you must have done this, then you are meant to, trim this edge. You are meant to trim the back edge this way. So when trimming, please be careful so that you don't widen the neck excessively. So you don't widen the neck excessively, right? So once you have gotten to this stage, you can now bring the back neck region and place it this way, and then finish up with the back neckline, just like this. So after this, let's now start installing the collar. So how do you get the collar? Now the simplest way to get this collar is by, this is how this shirt fabric was from the cutting stage. This was how we planned it to be. So how do you get the shirt collar? You are going to mark 2 inches in from here, or let's use 1.5 because of the size of my client. So let's use 1.5. So 1.5 inch in is what we are going to mark here. So on that 1.5 inch in, you are going to notch that particular point. You are going to notch here 1.5 inch in. You are going to notch it. The notching should touch the both panels. same thing on the other side as well. So let's notch from the inside. So from here, we are notching 1.5 inch in, 1.5 inch in this way. So we are notching just like this. And then after this, we are going to measure from that 1.5 this way all through to the back like this, all through to the other side, the notch point. So this is giving me 15 inches, right? 15 inches. So we have 15 inches now. So you keep it one side, then bring your piece of your fabric. I think I have a fabric that just came out, so I will use it for the collar. So bring this piece this way and fold. Then you iron properly as well. Then you're going to mark here 3 inches. Mark here 3 inches and mark here 2.5. So mark here 2.5 this way. You could use more than this if you so wish, but that's the measurement I like using. So connect it in this form. Connect in this form as shown. And then, after which, remember you use 15. 15 by 2, that's 7.5, right? So add extra half for the joining, for the closure at this tip here. So half. So we are going to remark here 2.5. So 2.5 is what we have. So here is where we're going to end our collar. So we are going to, cut out this. Now, in cutting out the other layer, in cutting out this other base, I usually add half an inch in one of the layers. Please watch attentively. Half an inch in one of the layers this way. Then I will remove one again, and then I will trim this to the exact of that measurement we have. I have my reasons to do this, right? So this is what I am trying to do. Then I will use paste tape and gum this. I will use paste tape and gum it. So let me go and gum, and then we will come back to continue. So let me fine tune the draft. I think it's not giving me a perfect shape. Let me just fine tune it properly before I go and gum. So fine tune it properly. This is 3 inches, right? This is 3 inches here and 2.5 down there. So let me fine tune it. Okay, let's cut it A4. Don't worry, let's cut it A4. Let's cut it A4 this way. I think it's okay. So let me go and gum with haste tape. I'll come back and show you. Alright, so let me explain this color again. I don't know if the first video I did covered the whole recording, right? So I was saying the color measurement is gotten by 3 inches width by 2.5 inch at the tip here. So 3 inches here and 2.5 here. Then connect in this curve, cut it in 2 layers, right? Then bring your haste tape. So in most cases, haste tape is the best gum to use to gum this cap collar so that it doesn't get too thick for your client. Then gum as shown. Gum as shown in this form. Gum as shown in this form. Most people do have issues on this cap collar, but once you finish watching this video to the end, you no longer have issues again on anything cap collar. So this can also work for men. This can also work for men. So you carefully trim out the excesses, trim it out, trim it out. So now, remember that we have 15, right? And we use 8, half inch extra for the joining. So 8 is what we used. Let's go and join and come again. All right, so now, after you must have done the gumming, so you come to your machine. Of course, place them in this form, and then lock it by half an inch. Remember, that was all that you added. So from here, stitch it down. Stitch all through to the end, and then you stitch here as well. We are going to stitch the straight line. The copy part is where you are going to fix on the neckline. So you measure the size. You measure 15. So you must have 15 exact, so that you don't stitch more than 15, right? So 15 is what you have. So you have to measure to make sure it's 15 exact. So once you're done with this, cut the dress, cut off the excesses. Cut it out. I'm trying to lock up this area properly. Then after this, you tuck it out this way. You tuck it out this way, and you have to top stitch, right? Before you start fixing on your shirt, or you can still fix it later on, top stitch. You can iron it properly. So let me go iron and come back and show you. Alright, so now after you must have ironed, see how the ironing came out, right? So now the next thing to do now is to start fixing this, right? So how do we do that? Fold it into 2 equal parts this way, and of course get the back center notch, and then you also fold the back neckline in this form, fold it as well in this form, and of course you also get the back center notch, and then you are to place the where that has the gum in, like it will be inside the outfit, right? So from that inside the outfit, you hold it from here this way, hold from here this way, and then you make sure that it's entering on that spot that you have your 2-inch notch this way, right? This is where you have your notching now. So this comes in this form. So the 2 notches will meet each other there. You understand? So you carefully handle this. So you can use a pin to guide it. Give me a pin. And that's the okay. So you guide it with a pin. Just hold the center panel, and then fold this backwards and make sure it's starting from that same point. It must start from that same notch point, just like this. Then fold this backwards. From that, the two notches, right, must hold first, and then start from the tip here to lock it up. So you must make sure that the two notches are corresponding first, and then start from here and lock it up. So gently do this. Don't be in a haste, right? Don't be in a haste, please. Don't be in a haste. So once you stitch this area and come forth to this point, so you have to raise this fabric up, the one that had the gum, notch it half an inch in this way, then stitch only one layer. So only one layer. Use it to lock the back neckline. Then once you get to this midpoint, you can remove the pin now. You make sure that the center back is corresponding as well. Then when you get to the second notch, before you get to the second notch, you will have to cross-check the fold effect to know where this one is stopping from. So this one is stopping from somewhere here. So I will continue stitching until I get there. So stitch all through to this point. Then I will notch somewhere here as well. The up one, right? Half an inch. Then raise it up. Then tuck in this underneath. Make sure it's reaching to that notch line. Then I will make sure that the two notches are also corresponding properly. Then I will sew. So the sense of the notching is to use it to lock the rough edge at the back neck. So this is the fixing, right? So once you have done this now, so the next you do now, you make sure that all of this rough edge are being tucked in. So this one will go in, will come out this way now. You have to arrange this edge. So cut off the threads as well. Then push it out to come out in this form. And this is what you'll be having. Then you have to go and iron. Then use the iron to fold this way to cover this. Then you top stitch. You arrange the edge properly. So this edge will be arranged properly inside. So I'll push it in this way, and then I will go ahead and top stitch. So I will do this and come back to show you how to proceed with that. So look at the beautiful color we are achieving. Alright, so now I have ironed. So it's now time for us to block it up. So you just, have to start from somewhere here. Then bear in mind that at this point, you can decide to put hemming gum at this area, which is even necessary, right? So you can just start from maybe somewhere here to lock it, because I will put hemming gum there. Just lock it off this way. Then I'm trying to make sure that all the allowances enter where it should, right? So this one will enter in properly this way. So I will top stitch. So top stitch from there. Top stitch all through that way. So making sure that this is covering the old line which you used in the stitching. Remember that I folded half an inch, right? You top stitch. So when you get to this point, you notch the allowance here so that it will enter properly. So this enters underneath and cover this one. So you make sure that the edges are properly tucked in. You use your speaker or whatsoever screwdriver and tuck in the edge nicely. Tuck in the edge and then top stitch it. Top stitch. So if you want to run the top stitch right around the collar, it's now your choice. You know, you can top stitch all through around the collar. You can top stitch all through around the collar in this one, and then end it with this one as well. So here we are done installing our camp collar. So the beauty of the outfit will be shown on the table. So this is what we have. Look at it. This is what we have. This is the camp collar. It rests properly this way, comes up this other way around, and rests in this form. So this is what we have. Alright guys, so I will go and iron, and then I'll iron this and show you the result as well. Alright, so now you carefully iron out. You iron properly. You know, you make sure you iron it nicely. So after the first ironing, you have to fold a certain width at the back. You know, this folding will go in this form, to come in this form. So fold the certain to the back and make sure the folding ends at the edge in the front here. So once you have gotten that folding, then this is the result of what we just did. So this is what we achieved. So look at how beautiful our camp collar came out. So I don't want to reveal the inside rough edge. So I'm trying to arrange it properly. So the button allowance will not be hemmed with your hemming gum. So you will not add hemming gum to it to hem the button allowances, right? So this is what we have. So I will iron the neckline to achieve that flat surface, just like this. So this is what we are able to achieve, right? So I will iron the neckline as well to achieve that flat surface at this place, just like this. look at a beautiful color to just achieve. So this is it. Alright, so the last but not the least is to go ahead and then you continue with your stitching, fix your sleeve, and you're done. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.